Good evening, YouTube. So today's been an interesting day in the hunt. So I posted on Facebook that I am continuing the hunt and literally really focusing on it and giving myself a year, and yeah, so posted that, and a couple cousins responded. One of them has already done the Ancestry DNA. I ordered the Ancestry DNA. My mom's gonna take it because that way it's closer, so that way it's not as far as removed, and maybe it'll get more hits that way. And then Alexa, my cousin, took it so we can do merger trees. Let's see. Oh, talked to my aunt and found out that my grandfather changed his name at 15. But she doesn't remember what his initial name is. So we don't know if he changed his whole name, started using his middle name as his first name. And yeah, so interesting, right? And I got a little bit further on the tree that I was just kind of, what is this? Which was my grandfather's, Martin Rocha. His military card when he enlisted had an Ernestina Bevidas signed his mother. And so I kind of created its own little tree just to see where that led. And I was working on the main tree a little bit. And just kind of fiddling around and looking at the hints, and went to that tree and got a lot of hits from her. And even Cantuyo, Canuto, Bevidas. And he was listed as an employer, but he's her husband, and on, 5 years later on the military card, she's listed as my grandfather's mother. And I don't know how it worked back then. If they had to do proof of paternity, or if it's just something that he wrote. So yeah, I'm kind of intrigued and got a few hits there, so I'm gonna play that. In 10 days we should get the kit, and then go online, do some stuff there with it, and then send it back after my mom does the swabs. And then after that, it can take, I think they said 2 weeks after that for results. So I'm really interested in that. And then my cousin just happened to have a trip to Padre Island already planned for later on this year. And so she's from Texas and lives out in that area. And so Conception, Texas, which is where the military record says my grandfather was born, is actually is a couple hours from Padre Island. So she's going to go there, which I'm really excited about. And the reason I'm using the military record more of proof or truth, however you look at it, is that we know my grandfather was in the military, and this is what they based his funeral off of, or his burial rites off of, because he is buried in Fort Bliss. So, following that, it seems like it has a little bit more concrete of who he is. But then, like I said, it could have, we don't know. Don't know what anything is. But yeah, so I'm actually excited. I might actually call my other aunt, who is closer to my grandfather, and talk to her and see if she has any stories. So it was a fun day. I got things to do, clean up and stuff, and life goes on. But I'm actually really excited, and keeping up daily on this hunt has been good. I also registered for the, I guess I'd registered for it before, so I reactivated it. The Latter-day Saints, they have a genealogy thing. So I registered on that to see what I can find there. And yeah, I'm, kind of hoping to get more cousins, more family members to take the DNA test, and see where we can, help that and get more hits on that. And then, like I said, I'm going to save some money and go to Texas and see what I can find. And I want to visit 2 places, Duval and Conception. and then along with maybe even do a little visit to New Leon, which, you know, is right there crossing the border a little bit. And I'm even thinking of doing a trip to Houston, because it's a lot of the family that we think Segovia is in the Houston area, or coming from the Houston area, and it's just kind of odd. Like my grandfather had said, he changed his name from the 1920 census to the 1930 census. They went from Segovia to Rocha, and so that could have been the name change she was talking about, which is something minor that was tracked. Or it could be something major, as in he changed not only the Segovia, but he changed his first name also, which is kind of what I'm thinking happened. Just because in some of the census, like I said, he doesn't appear until 1930, and then at that he appears with Benavides. So yeah, I'm just kind of interested in kind of just working through it, and then also working through that, you know, stories, trying to work on my own memory of stories that my grandfather told me, you know, about the ranch he used to live on. That was his ranch. And he used to talk about King's Ranch. So is that just one of the, you know, the ranch that he worked on, and then his family owned a ranch, or is that the ranch that he was talking about? There's so many details, and unfortunately my two uncles who would have had a lot of information have also passed away. And, you know, like I said, I want to get the health stuff done. I want to just know my history. I was talking to my father today, and he was saying his side, we're able to go back to the 1700s. It's helping me fill up some of the that side of my family tree, which I knew wouldn't be a problem because he's written it down for me before, and I have it written down, like, you know, from his parents and his grandparents and we can go all the way up to the 1700s, which is really, really cool. And I'm gonna learn that part of my family history also. But I like mysteries, and I like actually learning things, you know, kind of looking stuff, and kind of my grandfather's history from my mom's side is just all speculations, assumptions, and, you know, how many of these were stories just to give his grandchildren, you know, a sense of heritage and a sense of, yeah, where, you know, places, locations, names were changed. There's things that, you know, he knew how to do that you would assume that he learned, you know, at a young age in a ranch, and stuff like that. So little things like that, like, I'm intrigued, and it's kind of fun. And yeah, so I know some families just like, well, you really want to go down that rabbit hole. Yeah, I do. So anyways, good night. I'm gonna organize my makeup and get a bag of clothes ready to donate. So yeah, anyways, just kind of going on, and wanted to get you guys updated, because I said I would post every single day on what I've done in the search, and I think that people can learn at different portions. And like I said, because my grandfather's family, we have